guys, today is Wednesday. It is the 19th day of the low spend and cleaning challenge. Today's challenge is under the bathroom sink. That challenge is going to be a little bit different for me because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and take everything out, clean up under it. Whenever Jeff gets home, he has the shelf that I was talking about that used to be under the kitchen sink, which I'm in the kitchen. Y'all gonna see that. Anyway, that shelf he's going to modify, see if he can put into the bathroom. So it's gonna be like, I'm gonna start it and then he's gonna do that part and then I'll finish it. So that's happening. And today's weekly task is the microwave, so that's simple. It's not that bad. I just have to wash the plate, and I mean, it doesn't look bad at all. It looks wet for some reason. Why? See, that's one of the things. This microwave, I've never had a microwave do this, and usually we leave it open, but for whatever reason, whoever used it last didn't. It stays wet. Like, I cooked that rice in it yesterday, and it's been wet. Like, it stays wet. I don't know. I've never seen it in my life. But it's an odd thing. It's an odd microwave. It never stinks or anything, though. That's another thing. And nothing builds up, and, like, you know, it's not like mold and mildew happening, which I don't think it would happen because we use it. It seems like I don't use it every day, but somebody ends up using it every day. So it doesn't have time to build up any gross. So those are the two tasks. I don't have any clothes to wash. I'm about to go ahead and take that apple pie baked oatmeal. I'm going to take probably at least half of it, and I'm going to wrap it and put it in a freezer bag and freeze it for me to have breakfast. And I'm going to share that with y'all too. Oop, I just closed the dishwasher. I'm going to do that because I'm the only one that's even interested in eating it. So I'm going to do that. And did I tell you what time it is? It is almost 1 p.m. I've been editing this morning, doing like planner things, because I want to make sure I get caught up on that. And I know that what I'm doing today, I was going to be doing later in the day anyway. Tonight's dinner is cubed pork steak? It's pork chops. Why did I put pork steak? I don't know. And black-eyed peas. Again, black-eyed peas. And the ones I showed y'all the other day. And I can't remember who said it. Sorry, but there was a comment that you said you only use, oh, I don't want to mess up, so I don't want to say the wrong name, so I'm not going to say a name at all. It's like on the tip of my tongue, and it's who I'm thinking. If I'm right, I'm right, but if I'm not, I don't want to be wrong. But anyway, she said she only uses 4 cups of water, and she uses a smaller Instant Pot than I have. Mine is an 8 quart. She has a 3 and 6 quart. See, I remember all that, but I can't remember for sure the name. Let me see, where is my pork? Where did he? It's down there in the bottom. In the drawer. It's in the drawer. Okay. Y'all, okay. A couple of times I got a free thing of creamed corn. Frozen creamed corn. I don't know what to use it. I don't know how to, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. So, if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Because nobody in my house eats just creamed corn. Nobody likes it. Like that. Ooh, sorry. Like that. I thought about adding it to a soup or something. But then I'm afraid it's too much. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I'm afraid that it'll be too much in a soup. But once I get it out of the freezer, it's got to be all of it used. It's, oh goodness, it's cold. One of these. And it is 20 ounces. I gotta get that thing out of my hand. And usually whenever you're using a can, it's like 15 ounces. So, that's not many more ounces, so that's not a big deal. But I know that cream corn is sweet. And I know that it's just something that I don't know how to use it. Because I could take it out and make corn nuggets, but I didn't really like the recipe I had for corn nuggets. I have another one, but I haven't tried it yet. And I just don't know. Give me an idea of something I can put it in. There's no soup or stew this week. Nope. Well, there's a 15 bean soup, but you wouldn't put that in it. But give me an idea of maybe something you would put that in that I can use it. I have 2 things of it, and I got it. The reason why I got it is because it was free, and I knew that I could use it in soup or something, and then I forgot about it. It's still in date. It's still fine. It's all good. I kind of forgot about it. It kind of was like in the back of my mind, and it was stuck in, you know how bad my freezer was. It was a mess. Now it's organized. Now I know where the things are, and it's staring me in the face every time I look in it. So, I'm glad we didn't ever put the Instant Pot up. Sometimes, being a little bit procrastinating, it benefits. Which I knew I was going to be using again this week. Which I am using the big one, but I thought about trying the small one. I don't know if the 3-quart will be big enough. How much is 3 quarts? How many? Well, 4 cups. Yeah, that should work. I may try the small one and just put the big one up, because the small one's small. Alright, so I don't know where all the randomness has gotten me. I don't know if I've said anything that made sense, but I'm about to do this apple pie baked oatmeal, put it away, and show you how I'm doing it. And I'm going to heat me some up because I haven't eaten anything today. I've only had coffee, and it's 1 o'clock. It's 12:59. Yeah. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got me a little piece over here which is falling apart so that I can heat that up. I'll show you how I'm going to try it today. Well, that was wet on the bottom. I labeled my bag. Don't know why I used all caps. I guess I'm screaming at myself. I'm going to dry this up because I don't want to lay the wax paper down. I'll have to clean the counter afterwards, so why not? Anyway, I don't want to lay this down on a wet thing. So I'm going to put all but 1 piece away. So that's 6 more pieces. So let me get 6 of these out. I'm going to take 1 piece of this and put it in a little bowl. I didn't get that out. I actually probably have one in the microwave. What? In the dishwasher. But this'll do. And I got this out because the knife is not doing so great. But this is about the size that so it's actually not quite the size of a Post-it note. That's about the size I'm eating each day. And that fits in that little cup. This is a cup bowl. That's the size of it. I'm just going to stick this in the refrigerator and I can have it another day. But the other ones I'm going to put away. And if I decide before the 5 days is up that I'm not going to eat this, I can just stick this whole thing in the freezer because this is freezer safe. We'll move the knife out of my way. But I would much rather go ahead and put this away than take a chance of it wasting. And like I said, I'm the only one eating it. The middle ones might be a little bit larger. Whoops. Maybe I'm hungrier on those days. I don't know. But the way I'm putting this away, see, these are larger. The way I'm doing this, well, let's just put the apple with one of those. I'll just be able to take one out each time I want it, and I won't have to worry about thawing everyone out. Let me get this done before I keep talking. And I'm just going to wrap it like that. This is just to keep them individual. I use wax paper for keeping stuff separated in the freezer all the time. Different meats, bagels, different things, waffles, things like that. I do it all the time. But I am going to have to make myself a little note on the bag that I forgot to do. That's not the way I did it before. Well, I don't know. This one seems longer, but narrower. It doesn't matter. Let me make my note before I go ahead and do the rest. I have in my kitchen 2 Sharpies. They are only for kitchen use. You do not touch them if you have dirty hands. It's just the way I am. I'm gonna go ahead and make my note to add a little milk to reheat. And I wrote on myself. Oh boy, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna fret over it. It's fine. But yeah, I have Sharpies in my kitchen that are only for the kitchen. I have stuff like that, you know, that are designated for certain areas that it's something you could use anywhere in the house or whatever. But I designate them because I don't want, I don't know, maybe the more I talk, the more I feel like I'm a germaphobe. I'm going to put that little bit with that one since it's so much smaller. But see, it's a little individual. And it makes me feel good to have 6 breakfasts in the freezer. And I could cook me a little bacon or sausage with it if I wanted a little bit of protein or whatever. Have a full meal, you know. I'm not doing that today, but I could. And now I can wash this pan. And it was much easier with this spatula than what it would have been otherwise. It smells so good. And I wish that I liked it cold because I could just grab it and eat it. But now I'm just going to get all the air out that I can, because air is food's enemy. Unless you're beating air into certain types of things. But there we go. A freezer meal. Ready to go. And I think that it would last 3 months, I think is what she said. So I'm going to stick these over here in the little freezer. And whenever I want them, they're there. Now I'm going to put some milk in here and show you how I'm going to, well, I'm just going to show you how much I'm putting it in there. I'm going to reheat it. Y'all, Noah opened this last night. This is why we have to buy so much milk. And he's the only one that had any. I don't know why I'm sniffing it, but I am. It's just a habit. I'm going to put that much milk. That's all I'm putting. Maybe a tablespoon. And then I'm going to heat it up for a minute because that's how long it took the last time I did it. But last time I didn't put any milk in it and it was a little dry. So I'm going to go heat this up and have my breakfast at 1:11. Okay, so no matter where I put this camera, there was like a light like behind my head and bright and crazy, and I had to move it. Anyway, I want to tell you right now before I forgot, the milk, that little tablespoon, made a world of difference. It changed the texture of the oatmeal, and it's better. add the milk whenever you reheat it, because it needs it. It needs that so it won't be so dry. But it was better today than yesterday when I tried it the first time. So, there we go. Now, that's whenever you reheat it. Don't add milk whenever you first cook it, I'm sure. But yeah, that little tablespoon, I mean, you saw how much I eat. And I just put that milk in it. And yesterday, whenever I ate it, it fell apart a little bit. So it was more like an oatmeal bar type situation. Stayed together better. This time it fell apart like oatmeal. You know how oatmeal does. But actually, it didn't matter to me. I didn't care. I was going to cut it apart anyways. But yeah, it was so much better with that little bit of milk. So whenever you reheat it, add a little milk. It won't be so dry. And for whatever reason, it tasted better. I don't know why. But I have one more day of it that I can have. I will probably eat it tomorrow because tomorrow I'm taking Stacy to therapy. At least as far as I know, unless something changes today. I'm taking her to therapy in the morning, so I may eat it before we go. Or not, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that because you need to know. So I'm gonna go do things. I need to empty the dishwasher and reload what little bit's dirty. And then I gotta just empty the bathroom cabinet. I think I'm gonna empty the bathroom cabinet first. That way whenever Jeff gets home, he can go ahead and do the cabinet, the little shelf thingy. We may or may not put a shelf in it. It's just, I feel like there's so much space wasted. Because vertical space, you know. Use your vertical space. I'm not saying stack things to the ceiling so that it's like gonna fall over and bust your head or something. I'm saying use shelves, use things that can help you organize, but don't take up your horizontal space. Use vertical space. I always thought you couldn't do that. I don't know why. It was a stupid thing that I made up in my own mind. But another thing, in this house, we don't even have a lot of vertical space because we have so many openings. Like, there's the big sliding glass, and then there's that door, and then there's this huge thing that I can't, that's a whole wall. Yes, I have shelves there, but I'm saying I can't hang things. And then in the kitchen dining room area, there's those two doors. Like, why are there two doors? Like, one is, let me see if I can point properly today. One is there, and the other one is right there. See, I'm not even pointing at the doors, but I am pointing at that one. But that one, I'm pointing at the middle of that coffee bar situation. But yeah, there's two doors there. Why did they do that? It's just it's a hallway. It's like, just why? 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 They could have had a wall here. Unless they wanted it to where, this used to be the living room, unless they wanted it to where you could shut that off and the kids could still go freely and people could still come from their bedrooms. And there's a door here that, I mean, this door, I would have never put that door there. I would have never put this door here. I would have saved that money and not bought those two doors. And the hinges. And just left it open. And knowing me, if this house would have been just the original, like from here over is the addition that was built in the year I was born. 1977. That's what I was told anyway. If it's not true, it's not my fault. So it's 45 years old. Anyway, the addition was built then. But if this house would have been mine to build in the beginning, I would have taken part of this wall and all of this, that area, that's the living room, and all of this, it would have been like the kitchen, living room, dining room all built together, and on that wall would have been like the kitchen area. This wall would be gone. It wouldn't have been there. I would have done it differently, which there was no pantry, because this pantry was, from what I understand, the way the other houses are built, this used to be like the utility room, where it went off to the carport. There was no pantry like this. And from what I understand, they built like from that thing, that white thing there, over that way. They built that in there. But I don't know, because this part was originally not in the house. It was not part of the house in the beginning. About 17 years after the house was built. No, not quite. No, it was not 17. What is wrong with you? It's about 7 or 8 years maybe after the house was built. But then again, no, the house was supposed to be built in 1960. That was built in 1977. So yeah, about 17 years. We were originally told that the house was built in 69. But then we looked at this stuff, because we have a book that is from the very beginning of selling this property, before there was ever a house on it. And it shows you all the property information from the beginning. It's wild. But anyways, it tells me the history of it. And I don't think this house was built in 69 like they said. I could be wrong. It doesn't even matter. What am I talking about? There's a lot of doors. There's a lot of crazy. Yeah, we need a door to the bedroom. But I don't think there needed to be a sliding glass door here in this back. That could have been a regular door. It would have been a lot easier, I feel. I would have felt better. I don't like sliding glass doors. I don't feel as safe with sliding glass doors, because it's a lot of glass. But then again, I love windows. And I guess it's just as safe. I don't know. I don't know how break-proof they are. I know that they can be broken, but what am I talking about? Am I procrastinating again? No, not really. I'm just chatty right now. I haven't talked to anyone today, except I talked just a tiny bit to Jeff. But yeah, I gotta go do the bathroom. I'm gonna go clean out from under the sink and get all that stuff out and clean the cabinet. I just dread what I'm gonna see in there, because I know that I have a lot of stuff, and I am gonna explain why I have some of it. And I'm gonna try to understand why I have some of it. Alright, let's get to going with that stuff. But I'm gonna finish my coffee first. Okay, so before we get into this, what is this called? The vanity cabinet, the under sink cabinet, the bathroom cabinet, whatever it is. It's crazy under here. I have things under here that some people may not understand, and there's also stuff under here that I don't know why I keep some of it. Like, or I don't know why I keep it here. That's what I should say. I know why I keep it, I just don't know why I keep it here. Other than this is where it fits. So, it's not terrible, but let's look at it. Okay, so here it is. It's not terrible. It's just everything is jumbled together and you can't really tell what's what. And so I'm going to go through it all, and some of it I'm going to tell you about. I got to figure out how I'm going to set up the camera though. Alright, so I know this is probably not the best angle, but it's what I got. You already saw me take this out. So that's out. This is the hand soap, and I guess while I've got it out, I'm going to go ahead and fill that up. And my cleaner, see the cleaners and the mouthwash and this stuff shouldn't be right beside each other. It bugs me. But there are some things in here that the reason why I have them, I'm going to go ahead and fill this up too. So the things I'm going to fill up, I'm going to put in that bottle. I think it was a week and a half ago that we refilled it. I refilled it, whatever you want to call it. I think that's when I did it, because I didn't do it this week. So it had to be a week and a half ago, because today is Wednesday. And there's about a half a bottle left. So a bottle lasts about 2 weeks. So I could buy 2 bottles a month and I'd be good. Or I could buy some more of this if I could find it, and I'd be good. So that's good. Alright, all my cleaners I'm going to put on one side. All of the other things I'm going to put on another. I need to do my thieves again, which I'm not going to be buying thieves anymore. So this right here I have because of my sister's kids whenever they came, which it's not focusing very well. But I'm going to keep it because they do come back. This was actually up here. I don't know how it came off. This is a Grove thing, and it's one of the, what do you call it? The foaming ones. And you see how it looks? Why am I even keeping it? I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to Jeff about why I kept it. Because I don't know. Because how are you going to clean that? I guess you could. I guess you could get in there and clean it. But you couldn't clean in there either. But it was so expensive. I spent so much money on it. Grove products are super high. And they should last longer. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Whenever it comes to something like that. So, I don't know. Anyway. Rant over. Here's some more that I had gotten because the kids were here.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't kid around. But there's something about you. Something about you I like. About you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you. Something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you. Something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die.
Now this is where that I had every time that hand soap was almost done, and it, like, whenever I got a new one, it wouldn't come out. You know what I'm saying? When the soap got to the point it would not come out of the container, I started putting it in this one. And I ended up with that much soap so far in here that most people would have thrown away. Oh, and it smells real good. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Okay, so I had to do that without y'all, but that's what it looked like. That's how dirty it was. And I just couldn't, like, the camera was in the way, and I couldn't get to the back of the cabinet. And in the bottom here, that is just a piece of the linoleum that's on the floor, if y'all can see that. That's all that is. It's not stuck down or anything, it's just sat in there. It was just a piece of remnant. It doesn't even go all the way to the back in that corner over there. But it was just something that's easier to wipe. That's not coming off. I don't know what that is. Oh, yes, it is coming off. What is that? And I'm telling y'all, this stuff right here, oh, the smell is just so strong. I'm be glad when it's gone. And I'm going to go look and see if I have more. Because I can't stand it. It's just, oh, too much. I just cannot handle it. Alright, so whenever Jeff gets home, he's going to see about putting me a shelf in there. And we're going to see what we can do. But for now, I'm going to move all of these things probably in front of my closet, which that doesn't even matter because some of it I'm going to leave over here beside the toilet. The rest of it I'm going to put beside the closet. Alright, I'm going to move stuff. And then I'm going to have me some kind of little basket somewhere with all these shampoo things that are remnants. And let me go ahead and go find that. And I'm going to put them together and go ahead and use those up. Whether I love them or not, I'm going to use them up and be done with them. That way I don't have to think about it. This one I'm going to give to Noah. But I'll be back to this project after a while. But I will put all of it together so that you guys don't have to see it bits and pieces. And you can see it all together. Okay, I got me a little basket here. You can't really see it very well. And I'm just going to stick all these in here. And I'm going to put them somewhere in my room. These are shampoos and conditioners that I just need to use up. And they'll have to be used these before I use anything else. And I think I'm even going to put these two things in there and use those up as well. They're hair and body wash. I may use them for body wash, who knows. But use those up, and then whenever the kids come. Nowadays, okay, Marcus brings his own shampoo and conditioner and body wash and everything. And nowadays, it's like they use the shampoo stuff, but they use regular soap. So, I mean, they are a lot older. So, I'm going to put that in there too, but I'm going to give it to Noah. Anyway, they may not even need this, and I'll just buy them more big kid stuff instead of young kid stuff. So, now, that's a lot out of the way, y'all. Okay, so I may have to move y'all around as I'm doing this. I don't know. I can't seem to get everything. But this is the shelf. It is not a permanent type of thing. It is just a functional thing. It's not pretty. It doesn't have to be. And under the sink is not pretty anyway. I mean, this is something the people who put it in did. It looks like mud on the side. And it's everywhere under there. But anyway, we're not going to worry about that kind of stuff. We're going to see if we can organize this area. So, I'm going to put this in. See if can I put it in? Yes. Okay. Because I'm not going to be moving that in and out very much anyway. And this is the other big thing. Will it fit this way? I don't take that out very often, but you know, it's there if I need it. Cotton swabs I can stick under there. And then, let's see if these things, no, they're too tall. So, let's figure out what else might fit that's hygiene type situation. Too tall. I knew that. We'll put the powders under there because they'll fit. My little soap thing, nope, it won't fit. So I'll have to figure out something else with that. This is like muscle alcohol, like, I don't know. It'll work though, right there. So, the Bactine can go in there. That's all of that stuff. Maybe I should change that a little bit. Maybe this is not the best way to do it. Maybe I should put that way. And put the... Well, I'm going to have to put the cleaning stuff on top of this stuff, but... I think that'll work. And then I can put the alcohol over in the peroxide over here. I said the peroxide first, didn't I? Mouthwash, soap, and soap. Maybe I should just... I'll put the soap under here for now because I can. Alright, this can be a cleaner too, and so can this. So we can put it in the transition area, right? Okay. Okay, so then the cleaners, I'm just going to stick up here on the top. This is my little bowl. Was that everything? How is it so much better? Well, it's so much better because I'll show how it's so much better. I took a whole lot of things out that don't need to be in there. All of this, these are all those shampoos and conditioners and a couple of, what? This is the bag. Jeff's going to put it up somewhere. I don't know where. Alright, but these are all the things that I'm going to put in a place, and I'm going to use these first before I take out any more shampoo, conditioner, or body wash, which I don't have any body wash out. But before I take any of that out, which these can be used as shampoo, these two can. But before I take it out, I'm going to use this first. Once this basket is emptied, I don't have to think about this stuff anymore. And now, this area is usable. I have my rags. Oh, I hit y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me change the tripod so I don't do that, because I had the legs out. I have my rags. I have one magic eraser that I barely ever use, and the little scrubby thing that I use this for the actual shower because it gets soap, scum, and stuff good. But those are like little cloths and stuff for the bathroom, and only the bathroom. There's my cleaners that I use in the bathroom. That's for tight spots, and then if I need the bowl for whatever reason. And then this is hand soap and hygiene area down here. Probably should have had all that stuff on top, but that's the short stuff. That's the tall stuff. So, it looks a ton better. I think so, anyway. And there's the gloves. The mask, which I probably need to start wearing that mask, but turning on the vent is fine. But this stuff, actually, I still have not went and looked. I'm going to go look and see if I have any more of that spearmint scent. That stuff is, the other that I had was not anti-bac though. It wasn't bad, but anyway, I'm kind of thinking about putting the toilet brush in here. But then again, I don't want the toilet brush over here. It's different whenever it's a cleaner and not something you've cleaned the toilet with. So scratch that. I'm not doing it. Alright, so there we go. All fixed up.
Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak. Maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Stay till the morning light. Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
Okay, so now, oh, hold on, y'all. Y'all back up. You're a little too close. You take it a long time to get back to. Now I'm just gonna wash. I'm in a goofy mood, y'all. I'm in a good mood. Jeff is off for 4 days, starting tomorrow. Why do I still hold this? I don't know. I don't need it anymore. I'll put it away in a minute. But now I'm just gonna wash that up. I'm not gonna do it on camera. We'll wash it up, let it dry, and later on we'll put it back in the microwave. But I am gonna open the microwave and let that all-purpose cleaner smell air out, because I don't know, it's a habit. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so because, why am I doing that? I don't know, it doesn't matter. Because Jeff wants some of those potatoes I made the other night. The roasted ranch, whatever, I don't even know what to call them. Those that I just came up with something that night. because he wants some of those. And I used all of my ranch seasoning that night. I need to make some. So I said the next time I make some, I'm going to make it with you guys. So in this bowl, I'm going to add some things. I got this recipe from Gimme Some Oven. So I will link it down below, and I have made it before on my channel. At the time when I made it on my channel, I did give you the ingredients, the amounts, and all that stuff. Because I didn't know about copyright things. I still don't know if some of the stuff is okay or not, because actually I've seen a ton of different videos and different blogs that I know for a fact that those people did not own the recipe because they said it. And they never got in trouble. I don't know if it's, you know, a thing or not. A lot of recipes are passed down from generation to generation. So I really don't know. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to move that out of my way. I don't know why it's pulled up so far. Anyway, I don't know if it's okay or not to share the recipe. So I'm not going to share, as in tell you how much of what I'm putting in, but I'm going to share by showing you how I do it. That's what I'm going to do. So, I am doubling the recipe because I always double it just so I don't have to make it as often. Also, this is that buttermilk powder I was talking about. It is Anthony's. I think I said that the other day. It's a premium buttermilk flour. I get it from Amazon. I'm sure you can get it other places, but I got it from Amazon because that was the best price. I store mine in the freezer because I heard that was the best way to do it. So, I don't know if it's true or not. But here we go. Everything that I'm doing, though, I'm doubling. So, buttermilk powder will be first. Get it all over your hands because that is a sign of a true cook. Is that true? No. Is it funny to me? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to put this back in the freezer because I don't know why. But it does say on here how to make it. 1 cup of liquid buttermilk. You add 4 tablespoons of this to a cup of water. And you stir it until it's dissolved. And, whenever you're making it with, like baked goods, you just add the buttermilk powder, which would be 4 tablespoons for a cup, before adding liquids. And it's got a joke on the bottom. Quit waffling around. I pancake it anymore. Boom, boom. You know. It's not really that funny, but it's okay. Next thing we're going to need. Parsley. I took all of my things. I'm over here beside... What am I shaking that for? I don't know. It's just a thing. I'm over here beside all of my little doodads because it just makes it easier. So, let's get the parsley in there. Oh, boy. That is not the right size. I'll be right back.
Just sounds like a lie.
I looked and everything was one size except that one thing. So, this recipe is going to make me have to refill the parsley. I guess that's just going to have to be done on... I didn't actually get quite enough on that last part. But, that's going to have to be done on Fill All the Things Day. Unless I need it before then. I don't think I will. And I'm just going to put everything right back on the wall. Or actually, it's on the refrigerator. Alright, put that back down. Shh. And dill weed is next. I could pour it out, but since I'm using so much, I'm not. Because it just makes it easier. Because it's got the hole to pour it with. But I'm just not going to do it that way. Not today. Alright, dill weed. And then garlic powder. Yep, your garlic powder. This one is always harder to open, and I think that's because this, well, you know what? I'm going to pour this one. But anyway, it's harder to open whenever I refill it. And I think that it's just because it's so tight. How much am I supposed to have? Okay. If you get a little extra garlic, that's alright. Alright. I feel that way about garlic and onion. But yeah, this is a really tight lid. I don't know why it's tighter than the others, but I'm not going to complain because it's okay. Okay, now onion powder. See, this one comes right off. Why? I don't know. And as soon as I opened that, some of it got on my tongue somehow, and it tastes like sour cream and onion chips. Don't ask me how, but that's what it even smells like. I hope I did the right amount of garlic. If I didn't, I'll figure out in editing. When it goes to editing mode. And now onion flakes. Oh, here's another one I'm going to have to fill up. But that's alright. I'll get it on fill up day. Alright, and the last thing out of these is dried chives. They smell so good. Oh man, I should have used my dried chives that I did. My garlic chives, but I didn't. It's too late. Alright, and now we're going to put black pepper and salt. You need both. And if you don't add it, it's not as good. And that is your ranch seasoning mix. But remember, I doubled it. Now I can make those potatoes. Jeff is outside working on that little shelf thing. He's taking the one that I had talked about that we had under the kitchen sink. He has to shorten it, of course, because it's under a bathroom sink. And the pipes are different. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to put it back into the little container. And something else about my container. Where did it go? Where did it go, George? There it is. I don't wash it every single time that I refill it. I don't usually worry about washing it, but every once in a while. Every few times that I refill it. Because everything that I have put in here is the same stuff from the last time. I haven't bought any new. So it's the same expiration date as it was before. If that makes sense. But if I make a double amount, I have enough to refill this little jar. And this jar was, oh man, that was a waste. It had paprika in it before. And then I have some for the recipe tonight, which I may have to get some more. I probably could fit all that in there. I keep slamming stuff down today. What's wrong with me? See, there's more space in there now. I wish I'd... Everything sounds weird over here. It's like everything's louder. Jeffrey, why is everything louder over here in this little corner?
Where?
Right here. Whenever I bump something, it's louder. Echoing off the what? Okay. Alright, so that's the ranch seasoning. All made. And ready for me to cook. Okay, so I went back and looked, and it was Patsy who told me about using a smaller pot and only using 4 cups of water in her peas. So I'm using that, and I got my little 3-quart out and ready to go, and I'm about to start the peas. I'm doing them the same way I did the other day, except instead of using the bell peppers out of the freezer, why is it not focusing? I have some lunchbox peppers, or these little sweet peppers that are in the refrigerator, and if we don't eat them, they may go bad. So I'm using those instead. Okay, so I don't know which video that I got this from that was Fallon's, because normally I will write it down on the recipe, but I forgot to. And I'll try to find it again. She had done a double recipe, so hers was 12. Mine's gonna be 6 because I'm just doing the one regular recipe. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the ingredients. No, I don't know what I should do. I'll go ahead and tell you the ingredients. That way, and I'll link her channel. That's what I'll do, because I want her to have credit. And I don't know if it was her recipe or not, but it's 2 cups of self-rising flour. And this is a 1/2 cup measure, so I'm going to have 4.
So just spray the pan.
Yeah, just spray the pan. I'm not going to use muffin liners. She didn't use muffin liners. I don't remember her using muffin liners. 1 cup of milk. And she didn't specify. It just said milk. And then 3 heaping tablespoons of what is this stuff? Mayonnaise. I almost said marshmallows. What? It's white like marshmallows. Maybe it's marshmallow fluff. We can pretend that. But I have all of my tablespoons dirty because I've been doing all these different recipes today that I used them. So 1/8 cup is 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to do 1/8 cup and a little more, because they're supposed to be heaping anyway. So what kind of opening did you do to this, Jeffrey? Maybe 1/8 1/2. Well, it's supposed to be heaping, so it's alright. I'm just going to let it be. And I'm going to grab one of my spatulas to get all this out, because we want all of it that we can get out. No waste, man. Everything smells so yummy. And she put them, if I'm remembering correctly, in the muffin pan. Actually, let's see, what does it say? It doesn't, but it seems like she put it in a muffin pan. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But she just mixed them up. What are you looking at? Yeah, I think that pan, that muffin pan, is kind of small. We may have to get another pan out. I hate that noise that my finger makes up against this glass. I don't like a lot of noises though. Alright, I think it's mixed enough. And I'm going to use my 1/2 cup measure to measure them out. Well, no, I'll just use the 1/8 one. And then maybe I can get them kind of even. Which I know I'm going to have to put more than 1/8 of a cup in each one. But just to kind of try to get them kind of even, so they cook at the same amount of time. This is a mess. Or I'm making a mess. The recipe's not a mess. I'm making a mess because of the way I'm doing it. Because I'm doing it weird. Jeffrey, why you let me do stuff weird?
Because you're weird.
Thanks.
You said that before I ain't got to.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew what you were going to say. So I'm putting an 8.5 of an 8. So what is that, Jeffrey? 1/8 and a 16th is what?
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I didn't do good in fractions. Why do you think I'm asking you?
3/16.
3/16? That makes so much sense. I was not good in the math. In fact, most of the math I've learned with fractions is from cooking and what you have taught me. Have I already put another one in that one? I don't know. I don't know. I did make another recipe that had like mayonnaise in the muffins, the bread things. It was one of Miss Kay's recipes from the cookbook. I did that on my channel before. I don't know how I'm going to get all this off. Very carefully.
Grease up your finger.
My foot had just got a pain in it. What in the world? It just about made me fall down. Why my foot having pains, man? Grease up my finger. No, I'm just gonna do these. Alright, we're gonna just let it be. So now I'm gonna put them in the oven. They look very rustic. That was a weird sound. Put them in the oven for 13 to 15 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, the peas just finished, so I'm going to show you how I release the pressure without getting the steam all over the house. I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not, but I've never had any problems with it. But I put that, except don't put it over the handle. I just put a cloth over it loosely, and well, you don't do it that way. You push the button. This one got too much pressure. That was redonkulous. Normally that doesn't happen, but this one has some serious pressure. In the back pan, but I gotta put oil in both of them. I haven't done that yet. Because these finished. And I wanted to release the pressure on them. I'm gonna put some oil in both of these pans. The boys are gonna have theirs breaded. I am not. So mine's going to go back here in this little pan. And I'm also going to cook onion in that one too, for anybody that wants a little bit of sauteed onion. So before I put my hands anywhere in this, I'm going to season everything as much as I can. So I'm putting black pepper in the flour. This is all-purpose flour. Oh boy. Did we need to fill this up and didn't? This pepper. I don't know. I'm fixing to pull out the big guns. Let's just grab this. I need a flipper. I'll need this in a few minutes, so I went ahead and got it. Alright, and then salt. You can use seasoned salt. That's what I usually use on like regular pork chops, but when I'm breading them, I don't usually use seasoned salt most of the time. I don't know why. You can use whatever kind you want. You can use whatever kind of seasoning you want. It's your business. And I'm going to do the other side. I think I will put seasoned salt on this side, just to make them a little bit more interesting. What do you think, Jeffrey?
What?
I said I'm putting seasoned salt on this side, to make them a little bit more interesting. now I'm going to be having my hands in it, so I'm going to go ahead and mix that a little bit. And I'm going to leave one of them over here. I'm going to leave that one over here for mine. And all I do is put it in the flour, flip it, and then put it back over here where it was at. I'm going to do that with all 3 of these that I'm putting into this pan. And now I'm going to do it one more time. But instead of me putting them back over here, they're going in here. And it won't take these long to cook. Okay, so I'm about to flip these. They could have went a little bit longer, but they're all right. That was perfect. And I'm going to let them cook on that side. Flip this one over. Alright, so we got about another minute on the rolls. And these are right at the point where I want them. I'm going to flip them one more time. Hello! Noah just came through. I'm not crazy. Why didn't they put on an apron? Do you know? I don't know. Maggie, do you know? You don't know? Okay. She's standing over there. Noah, can you give Maggie a treat? She's been a good girl and not come over here where she don't belong. Alright. What, baby? Those treats right there. Yeah, turkey, cranberry, whatever they are. They're all kind of things. Alright, I'm going to take these up. I'm going to give them another minute on that side while I get these rolls out. Just to make sure they're done all the way through. We can't be killing anybody with pork. Nope, it's back. They're not as brown as hers were. I'll put them in for a couple more minutes just to let them brown some. Yeah, I'm going to do that just to make sure. Our dogs are going crazy because we have a neighbor down the street whose dog gets out and he comes up here and harasses my girls. He doesn't do it all the time. It's just every once in a while. But it's annoying that he does. Because my girls don't want him to be there in their space. But I want to show you this, but I don't want to burn myself. So we're going to do it this way. And I have them on this little rack so that they'll drain and that they'll stay crispy. They smell delicious. Okay, so now I'm going to start the gravy. I've got enough oil in here, and I'm going to leave all those bits and all the yummies, and it's just great. And I'm going to put me some of this flour. And yes, I'm using the same flour. I know that a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Why not? It's on those. I haven't let it get contaminated. I don't know why not. I've done it ever since I've ever made gravy with anything that I've breaded. I've always done it for 20 something years because I have not made gravy as long as I've been cooking. I've been cooking since I was, I don't know, 13, 14, probably younger than that actually, but cooking full meals since I was pretty young. I know since I was 15. But anyway, I'm going to get this in here. And I'm going to use my silicone whisk to stir it up. And get it all combined. Already? You didn't even give me time to start my gravy good. It's alright, I'll get it. You want your flour to cook some. And it's going to look ugly before it looks good. Just remember that. It always does. I do not have a certain amount that I put in here. I don't have a clue how to tell you. It's an eyeball thing. I'm going to have to take those up. Alright, so now I'm going to put in milk. You can use broth, but we're using milk. Jeffrey, I need your helps. I need 4 hands.
Well, I got 1.5.
That's a lie. What you mean?
Well, maybe.
You got 2 hands. You just, they don't work like they used to.
Well, maybe just 1. Half on each arm.
You still got the full hand though.
You still mad at me.
Now you're talking crazy.
What do you need?
For you not
Need
to
to
talk
sample
like
something?
that. No, I don't need you to sample anything. I need you to take the rolls out. Alright, and now move those up top. Where's Noah? Alright. Now I need you to, those are still not as brown as hers were. I need to grate some cheese grated.
What flavor?
We put pepper jack and mozzarella on them before. If you want to, you can just go ahead and just grate it on the potatoes. Yes. Just don't let them come over here. It's the only way they're going to have any peace. Okay, so the gravy is just about done. I just add milk until it's where I want it to be. Jeff is grating some cheese to put the last bit on, the last thing on the potatoes. He's grating, what are you grating? Pepper jack and mozzarella? If you want to, we can just use pepper jack. It doesn't matter to me. Alright, my pork chop is done. I'm going to just leave it in the pan. The rolls are not as brown as Fallon's were, I don't think. I can't remember exactly. But we're going to call them good because they are done. And are you getting the potatoes out? Woo, that's some hotness. Do you want to move the camera over there so they can see what you're doing, or? I know you're just grating cheese, but you're going to grate it on the thing. Alright, I'm turning the gravy off because there's enough heat, because it's an electric stove, that I'll be fine. And if something happens and my gravy gets too thick, I'll just add a little bit more milk and it'll be fine. but it shouldn't. Okay, he's over here grating that. But I also wanted to say something. Do yourself a favor and clean as you go. This is just what I use for the gravy. That's all that's dirty in there, and Noah's cup. But, and this right here, we won't have a lot of dirty dishes whenever we're done, because everything we're gonna eat on, we'll put in the dishwasher. Everything that can be put in the dishwasher will be put in the dishwasher. Do yourself a favor, get your kitchen clean before you get started with your dinner, and then after dinner you can enjoy not having to clean the whole kitchen. That's my tip of the day. I gotta change battery. I've just about run it all out. I will show you what everything looks like once we get it on the table. Is this everything?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so here's supper. We got the onions. I've already got mine on my plate. So that's how mine looks. And then I got the potatoes, or we have the potatoes. I still don't know what to call them. Ranch baked potatoes? I don't know. It's ranch sliced baked potato. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Y'all name them. The muffins from Fallon. And there's the pork chops that are breaded. And the 4 cups in the small Instant Pot worked out just fine. And they look delicious. And there's the gravy. And now all the people are in here. What you ready to do?
Eat.
You came up close and almost you cut your head off. What are you doing? Okay, so supper's done. It was good. Or supper's eaten. It was good. And I'm turning off all the lights because we've got the kitchen straightened up. I still didn't wash Noah's cup, but I'll worry about it later. He doesn't, oh, he needs it tomorrow. I'll wash it sometime before the night's over. Or he can wash it himself. Ooh, it's dark. I usually turn off most of the lights whenever the kitchen's closed. So, that is day 19 of the low spend and cleaning challenge. And I did spend some money yesterday. I got an email from Sam's, and they had some tunics that I'd been wanting because they're supposed to be really long. They didn't ever have them in my store. I've been wanting them. They had them on clearance for like $6 and some change. So I did get 2 of those. They're supposed to be coming in the mail next week. And I'm being honest with you guys, I did spend some money. But we do have a clothing sinking fund. Anyway, we do have a clothing sinking fund, and I can take the money from that, so it's not any of October's money. It's money that we put back for specific things like this. Let me see if I can sit y'all down. I don't have the tripod over here. Let's see. Y'all sit right there on that box. There. But yeah, I did spend some money yesterday. I bought 2 of those. It was like $14 and some change after tax. I'm just being honest. That's the only thing that I bought, and I don't feel like that's frivolous. I needed some long shirts. And I have just recently gotten rid of a lot of things, and I'm thinking about, since I got those 2, getting rid of 2 shirts that I don't love. They're comfortable, but I can own, they're short sleeve, but they're hot. It's like you put them on and you're hot. But then in the winter or cool times, you can't really wear them because they're short sleeve. So I'm thinking I probably just, that'll replace those 2. So, just completely honest. I want to be honest about it. Tomorrow is day 20. Okay, so I was saying, Noah came in and I didn't know if he needed something. But anyways, I'm taking Stacy to therapy tomorrow for her shoulder, after having surgery. Doing that in the morning. Jeff is off work. He's probably going to be our driver, I hope, maybe. And then possibly after that, he and I are probably going to go by and see about getting something to finish our table, because we need something to finish it, and we do have money for that too that's not part of October. So that wouldn't be hindering the low spend, because this is something we've been doing. We actually started it months ago, but then we just haven't finished that table. And he said since he's going to be off for 4 days, he wants to work on it. So we're going to do that hopefully this weekend. If not, maybe next weekend, because he's off for 4 days then too. So if we go ahead and get all the things we need, then we won't have to buy anything else. We did have some polyurethane, I think is what it was, or polyacrylic, I don't know which one it was, but anyway, Noah bumped it and it spilled everywhere. I remember talking to y'all about that. I don't understand how in the world it could spill. Like, how did that can come open unless it was partially loose or something already? I don't know. It didn't even hit that hard. It didn't fall from that far. And I think it actually fell on something else that was not too hard. It wasn't something soft. It was something kind of softer. Not super soft, but something softer. But anyways, that happened. So we lost our clear coat. So that's what we needed to finish it. But we're also now thinking about maybe doing wax, but we're not sure. But that is what's happening tomorrow, other than Thursday, I mean, the 20th cleaning thing. Let's see what it is. I don't remember. I looked at it earlier, but I won't remember. It is descale the coffee pot. I can do that before I leave tomorrow. I probably won't. I'll probably just do it. I'll do it where I can film it with y'all easier. But yeah, to descale it, I just use vinegar. And that's not hard at all. That is super easy to do. They do sell stuff to do it with, but y'all, that stuff's so expensive, and you can do it with vinegar. All you're doing is getting rid of the hard water and stuff. But anyway, that is all I have for today. Supper was really good. Those potatoes were better this time than last time. I think because I actually had more seasoning than what I had last time. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Tomorrow's regular chores are... Can your hands work? No, they're not gonna work. Clothes and floors. So I'll do the floors. I don't know about the clothes, if we're even gonna have any, like if we're gonna have enough. We might have enough for one load, but I'm not sure. But also tomorrow's video may be a little shorter because I don't know how long it's gonna take with Stacy. I may take my camera with me if she wants to talk to you guys, let you know how she is or anything. But then again, she may not. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, do all the YouTube things. If you haven't already, that is. If you don't know what those things are, leave me a comment down below and I will tell you. Also, most importantly, leave me a comment down below and tell me how you're doing, because that's what I really want to know is how are you? And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.